Did you know some perennials don't just bloom once a year, they come back for round 2 and sometimes 3? While many flowers give you a single, fleeting show, reblooming perennials keep your garden colorful, full, and alive for much longer. In this video, we're counting down 15 perennials that bloom more than once a season, whether it's from summer into fall or in cycles throughout the warm months. These are the flowers that don't know when to quit, and honestly, that's what makes them so valuable. If you're ready for low-maintenance color that keeps coming back with very little effort, this list is for you. Let's jump in and meet these bloom-boosting beauties. Let's kick things off with a real garden legend, Geranium roseanne. This perennial doesn't just bloom, it performs. Starting in early summer and often continuing until the first frost, it blankets the garden in a cascade of violet-blue flowers that seem to never quit. The plant spreads gently but stays tidy, making it ideal for softening edges or spilling over pathways and borders. It thrives in full sun to partial shade and appreciates moist but well-drained soil. Once established, roseanne is impressively drought-tolerant and doesn't demand deadheading to keep the show going. A mid-season shear can give it a fresh look and encourage even more blooms well into fall. Use geranium roseanne at the front of flower beds, weaving through taller plants, or in containers where you want non-stop color with minimal fuss. It pairs beautifully with ornamental grasses, salvias, and upright perennials, creating a layered, relaxed design that still looks professionally planned. Next up is Salvia nemorosa, a powerhouse perennial that delivers vivid vertical spikes of color, then does it all over again with just a little help. Its early summer bloom is a favorite among gardeners and pollinators, and with one good trim after flowering, it comes roaring back for round 2 in late summer. Salvia thrives in full sun and well-drained soil. It's incredibly drought-tolerant and a great choice for lower-maintenance gardens. The blooms come in shades of violet, blue, pink, or white depending on the cultivar, and the tiny mounded base keeps borders looking sharp all season long. Add salvia mid-border to provide structure and rhythm, or plant in drifts for a bold, repeating effect. It pairs especially well with catmint, coreopsis, and coneflowers, and its compact habit makes it ideal for smaller spaces or modern garden styles. If you're looking for soft yellow color that lights up a garden bed, Coreopsis moonbeam is your go-to plant. This threadleaf variety is a master of the long bloom, opening in early summer and reblooming reliably if given a gentle cutback mid-season. Its flowers float like stars above airy foliage, creating a meadow-like charm without the mess. It performs best in full sun and average to lean soil, and actually prefers not to be pampered. Once established, it's highly drought-tolerant and resistant to pests and disease, making it perfect for hot, dry, or low-maintenance gardens. The plant stays compact, rarely flopping, even after heavy rain. Coreopsis moonbeam is ideal for the front to mid-border and shines especially bright when contrasted with cool-toned partners like salvia, lavender, or nepeta. Its softness adds movement, while the long-lasting blooms ensure your garden never hits a lull. Catmint is one of those rare plants that checks all the boxes. Beautiful, aromatic, tough, and incredibly generous with its blooms. The soft gray-green foliage creates a relaxed base, while the lavender-blue flowers burst forth in early summer and rebloom quickly after a light trim. It's one of the most reliable plants for both color and texture. Full sun and well-drained soil are all it needs to thrive, and it handles drought like a pro. In fact, catmint often looks even better when ignored. A mid-season cutback not only tidies its shape, but also encourages a whole new flush of flowers, extending its performance into late summer or early fall. Use it along pathways, at the front of mixed borders, or to soften hard edges in a more formal garden. Its silvery tone makes a beautiful foil for deep pinks, purples, or bright whites, and it partners perfectly with roses, echinacea, and ornamental grasses. Few perennials have the staying power or bold impact of echinacea, also known as coneflower. These upright bloomers start strong in midsummer and, with regular deadheading, continue sending up flower after flower well into fall. Their daisy-like blooms with prominent cones add structure and presence to any garden. Echinacea loves full sun and thrives in average to dry soils. It's highly drought-tolerant once established and a magnet for bees, butterflies, and birds. Let some of the seed heads remain, and you'll not only get winter interest, but also a natural food source for finches and other small birds. Plant Echinacea in the mid to back of the border as a bold, upright anchor. It mixes beautifully with grasses, black-eyed Susans, and salvias, and works just as well in wild, prairie-inspired gardens as it does in more structured, layered designs. Coming in next is the always charming dianthus, or pinks. These compact, mound-forming perennials are known for their frilly petals and sweet, clove-like fragrance. They bloom heavily in late spring, take a short rest, and then often rebloom again if you trim them back lightly after the first flush. Dianthus thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, especially those on the alkaline side. These plants really don't like wet feet, so good drainage is key to long-term success. They're also surprisingly cold-hardy and stay semi-evergreen in milder zones, offering texture even outside the bloom season. Ideal for edging borders, lining paths, or tucking into rock gardens, dianthus adds cheerful color and neat form to the front of your beds. Pair them with lavender, lamb's ear, or sedum for a tidy yet playful combination that lasts through the warm months. If you've heard the phrase, blooms like crazy, they might have been talking about daily Stella de Oro. This reblooming variety puts out golden yellow flowers in early summer, then cycles through bloom after bloom well into fall with just a bit of deadheading. Daylilies are tough, adaptable, and happy in full sun to part shade. They tolerate a wide range of soils and weather conditions, and Stella de Oro stays compact and tidy compared to older varieties, making it ideal for small space gardens and containers. Use this plant along sunny walkways, foundation borders, or front yard plantings where you need reliable color that plays well with others. It's especially eye-catching when planted in groups or repeated rhythmically down a border. Up next is the electric penstemon red rocks, a perennial known for its vibrant magenta-red tubular blooms that stand tall and attract hummingbirds like a magnet. After its first bloom in early summer, a quick trim will often lead to a rewarding second flush. Penstemon prefers full sun and well-drained, even gravelly soil. It's especially useful in xeriscapes and hot, dry garden beds where other perennials might struggle. This variety also boasts reddish stems and narrow, tidy foliage that adds interest even when it's not in bloom. Plant it as a vertical accent in mixed beds, pollinator patches, or gravel gardens. It pairs beautifully with salvias, yarrow, or ornamental grasses and looks right at home in modern, naturalistic designs. Don't let the delicate appearance fool you. Scabiosa butterfly blue is a long-blooming, tough little workhorse. Its lavender blue pincushion flowers start blooming in late spring and continue well into fall with regular deadheading. It grows best in full sun and well-drained soil, and its compact habit makes it perfect for smaller spaces. This plant is also a pollinator favorite, drawing in butterflies and bees while staying tidy and consistent. Use it at the front of sunny beds, in rock gardens, or even tucked into containers. It brings softness and movement without overwhelming nearby plants and works beautifully with coreopsis, dianthus, or sedum. Veronica royal candles bring strong vertical form to the border with dense spikes of vivid purple flowers that bloom early and rebloom again after a gentle trim. It adds both color and clean structure to garden beds. This plant thrives in full sun and well-drained soil and holds its compact shape nicely throughout the season. It's also deer-resistant, drought-tolerant, and a favorite among pollinators. Tuck it mid-border to contrast with looser, more flowing plants like catmint or use it in containers as a vertical element. Its neat growth makes it ideal for more formal or small space garden designs. Yarrow is often associated with wildflower meadows, but it's also a powerhouse perennial in the ornamental garden. With flat-topped blooms in shades from yellow and pink to deep red, it flowers in early summer and can easily rebloom if trimmed back after its first flush. Yarrow loves full sun and poor to average soil, and it's especially drought-tolerant once established. In fact, it often performs better in leaner soil without fertilizer. It's also a great choice for pollinator-friendly gardens, attracting bees and butterflies all season. Use it in the mid to back of sunny borders or mix it into cottage and prairie-style plantings. Its upright form and ferny foliage make it a fantastic companion to grasses, echinacea, and rudbeckia. If you want fiery color and endless blooms, blanket flower is your plant. With its hot red and yellow daisy-like flowers, Gaillardia blooms non-stop from early summer through fall, especially when trimmed back regularly. This sun-loving perennial thrives in sandy, well-drained soils and shrubs off heat and drought like a champ. It's perfect for tough spots where other plants might give up, and it stays compact even in harsh conditions. Plant it at the front of borders, along gravel paths, or in containers for a low-maintenance burst of color. It works especially well with ornamental grasses or paired with other warm-colored bloomers like Helenium or Coreopsis. Sometimes called false sunflower, Heliopsis summer sun delivers bright golden blooms on sturdy stems from midsummer into fall. Cut it back after the first wave, and you'll be rewarded with a fresh round of sunny flowers that last deep into the season. It prefers full sun and fertile, well-drained soil, but adapts well to poorer soils and dry spells. This variety grows tall and upright, making it great for the back of borders or naturalistic garden styles. Use Heliopsis where you want height and cheerful color, especially as a seasonal backdrop to mid-height perennials like Echinacea or Agastache. It's also excellent for cutting gardens and wildflower-inspired spaces. Shasta Daisy Becky is a crisp, classic bloom that commands attention in the garden. And the best part? It comes back for more after a proper trim. The first flush hits in early summer, and a quick deadhead often encourages another round of pure white daisy flowers. Becky thrives in full sun and rich, well-drained soil. It's reliable, long-lived, and produces strong stems that don't flop, even in rain or wind. Once established, it also tolerates short dry periods with ease. Plant it in classic cottage beds, white-themed borders, or along fences for a clean, bold statement. It combines beautifully with salvia, veronica, and blue-toned companions. And closing out our list is the fragrant and floriferous Agastache, a favorite among both pollinators and garden designers. Its upright spikes of purple, pink, or orange blooms not only smell incredible, they also rebloom readily after light shearing. Agastache prefers full sun and dry, well-drained soil. It thrives in heat, tolerates drought, and is one of the best plants for low-maintenance, high-impact summer borders. The scented foliage is also deer-resistant and adds value even when not in bloom. Use it mid-border for vertical structure and movement, or pair it with ornamental grasses and coneflowers for a naturalistic, pollinator-friendly planting. It brings energy and height without overwhelming the design. So there you have it, 15 perennials that know how to make an entrance, again and again. From front yard favorites to pollinator magnets, these plants make sure your garden doesn't peak early, but instead keeps blooming strong through the season. With just a little trimming or deadheading here and there, you'll enjoy more color, more texture, and way more garden magic, without needing to replant a thing. Which one of these do you already grow? And which one are you adding to your list? Let us know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching Plant Do Home and Garden. Until next time, happy planting, and may your garden never stop blooming.